Buenos dias, mi gente. Welcome back to another walkthrough of the Outer Worlds with your boy Mugen, man. The Space Cowboy. Let's get right into it. Last time you were with me, we just got out of this. What was Gross Moss Collective? What's it called again? Musgrave. Oh, Musgrave. I don't know what the hell I was saying. Adron.
All right. Be right there. So, Vicky. Can I call you Vicky?
Of course. You may address me however you wish.
Vicky, huh? Okay, Vicky it is. You're really gonna let me run with that, aren't you?
Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't I? Alright, so I think we're gonna head to the Groundbreaker. The Unreliable.
Someone has left a threatening message on your terminal, Captain. I was unable to trace its origin. Please make a note of it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Gotta respect everything, man. Do a little change. Headshots, kills, deal. 25. What you would deal. Which one should I put? Walking speed. Well, we have a message at our terminal, so let's go check that out. Message is removing. Origin not found. Has some vessel you have, little weasel, the unreliable register one, Alex Hawthorne, but that's not you. You stole it from me. Just as you attempt to steal Gorgon from me. Perhaps I should steal something dear from you in exchange for your ship, your crew, your life. Fair is fair after all. Huh. Hack, scan, proximity, relay, cluster, hack, probe message, origin ID. Aha, good thing I freaking reset our thing. Executive. Just mission Tower Alpha. Anubis. Do we have a pet now? Yo, did he give that to? Yo, that's cool, yo.
Stop at the Groundbreaker Auxiliary Base.
Something you need? You want to ask about anything in particular, Captain? Alrighty. You change your mind, you just holler. Yeah?
I think that's it.
Look at these whole heads walking around.
Hey, you! Over here! Let's chat! Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's Riz. Oh, fucking damn it. Every time! So, hey, you trespassing. And I'm armed. Maybe take a second look at your life choices, pal.
Hang on, what were you starting to say back there?
Jimmy used to work security for Rizzo's before he got fired for... what was it again? Rank incompetence and gross odor? Or was it gross incompetence and rank odor?
Oh, you think you're funny, kid? You want to hear a little jingle? I'll get your head ringing.
Hey.
Ah, come on, boss. I was just having a bit of fun at this idiot's expense. That ain't a crime, right?
Oh, you're lucky you're running with new friends, Felix.
Looking for someone named Marlon Blanksley.
Yeah, I know that lady. I know she's looking for, solitude. She hired us to make sure no one comes sniffing around. Guess that's bad news for your plan there.
And, who's us exactly?
Yeah, we're the gardeners. We keep order back here on these dangerous streets. Hallways. You know what I mean. Anyway, Blakesley's given us standing orders to strongly discourage anyone who tries to come in. I like to, extrapolate from there.
Does, Julie know you're down here?
We ain't subversives. We're gainfully employed. This is a private contract. Miss Junlei can't get too mad if we rough up some trespassers. Especially if I was nice enough to warn him first.
But she might get a little steamed if you hurt her girlfriend.
Huh?
Hi, I'm the girlfriend.
Oh, shit. Fine, fine. You want to check out the lab? Go for it. We won't stop you. But Blakesley's got her own setup in there, and she doesn't like guests. So, if you get shot, I'm telling Junlei I never saw you. This one's
cool.
clear, guys.
Nice going, boss.
You know how I do. So, man.
Those Mart debts are too soft. It's like I don't know what to do with myself.
Come on, this is great. We don't have to beat up miscreants for them anymore. We can beat up miscreants for ourselves.
That's true.
This must be a step up from force factories, huh?
Doesn't look like either of us are sitting pretty in Byzantium, big shot.
Come on, you two. We're all gardeners here.
I don't want to kill them. You know, they're just doing their job.
You have to be kidding me. I thought I made myself clear. Wait, what's with this camera? Hello? Damn it. Look, I get it. Some people need things spelled out for them. I'm sure one of the auto mechanicals can explain.
Are you talking through that thing right there?
Quiet, Cap. Okay.
How you hack that shit? I can't hack them, huh? Trying to see if I can hack them. Of course, it's not that easy. How you hack this shit?
Vault security.
Still got it.
That shit takes too long. I gotta get hella clothes. It's like pickpocketing one of them motherfuckers.
On my way.
Did that shit say dehydrated water? What the fuck that mean?
Captain, don't do that. It's me.
Observation log, date, who knows. Subject number, well, let's call him Percy. Percy here has discovered the secret to success. He has lifted the veil and found the pattern. He wakes up, he listens for that bell 3 times a day. Food rains from the sky. He eats, he waits. Life is easy. But the second your molt comes in, pal... The second your molt comes in, pal.
Entry 1. Note that have been mislabeled as. What the fuck? That really didn't make any sense. I was already in there.
Wow, you got that?
You hear that? Sounds like it's coming from the other side of that door.
Yeah, we'll get there.
So who the fuck... Oh, wait, hang on, I can't hear a damn thing. Just gonna shut this thing off. Right. Marion Blakesley, what can I do for you, Mr. Home Invasion?
The reason I'm on, but I need your part. Investigating. Word is you're part of it.
Oh, sure. A real gathering of bright minds. Gorgon? I holed up in a forgotten cargo bay of a rotting colony ship just so I could never hear that name again. But here you are.
What happened on that asteroid?
I really didn't expect today to go this way. Shit. I should have brought another pack of smokes. The Gorgon project gave us Adrena time in the end, but that's just the Bose Spacer's choice stuck on the whole mess. Corporate demanded a product they could throw onto shelves. That put the squeeze on low at Chem to develop formulas, samples. But how do you know if the product works? You run tests, see what happens. That's where human inquiry and auditing came in. I ran HIA and HIA ran the tests again and again and again. And what happens is a whole lot of wasted time and even more bodies.
So what was Spacer's Choice testing for? And yeah, I want to ask all 3 of them. Human oddity?
You met the gardeners. They're nothing but overgrown canids, but people love their fancy names. We were looking for a game changer, something to better the colony. It felt important, worth a few sacrifices. Spacer's Choice. They wanted to sell that change for as many bits as they could. None of us got what we wanted.
But then Spacer's Choice shut the whole operation down.
We had had a few weird accidents, escapes, minor setbacks. But one day, all the test subjects got loose. Sabotage, they said. Wasn't just us. All of the facilities got hit hard. Shut us down for a while. That turned out to be the last straw.
Did you set them loose?
No. Ain't that kind of story. Spacer's Choice wasn't getting much use out of us anymore, so they shuttered the project, kicked Adrena Time out the door. And I came here.
Why did you hide away on that groundbreaker?
I could have gone back to Byzantium, found a position somewhere else. Even started up something new, like mostly. But I couldn't stop thinking about. Indulge a scientist. What do you want out of this investigation of yours? Trying to liven up your memoir?
I'm just trying to spice up chapter 3. Someone should know what Spacer's Choice did.
Really? What good can that possibly do? Your crew feel the same? Heck of a world out here for the shy types. What do you get out of headbutting murderous automechanicals for your captain here?
A family. Or something near to it. We don't always get along or nothing, but what family does?
Fair enough. That's all I've got. Here, I still have this pass. Don't much feel like hanging on to it anymore. Made my exit the moment the project started falling apart. Had to steal some credentials. This should get you into the volunteer induction entrance.
You hacked into Spacer's Choice database?
Please. I just messaged people with fake demands for their passwords. That's when they didn't just leave codes written down on pieces of paper. If I couldn't talk my way out past a simple facility lockdown, I'd be working for Rizzo's. That'll get you inside. What you do from there, that's up to you.
Any advice? You must have known the...
Come on. I've left it behind me.
You know, I bet folks on the Groundbreaker would love to meet Marlene Blakesley. Famed florist.
You wouldn't.
You're the behavior expert, you tell me.
Damn it. Fine. Fine, here, I remember one of my access codes. Just punch in the keypad equivalent for replication. Should get you into the offices. Maybe get you to my terminal a little sooner. Go test that persistence of yours out on Gorgon.
I'll leave you be.
Yeah. I'll make sure the auto mechanicals don't bother you on the way out.
They wouldn't.
Sure, take it. Just drowning and dining options down here.
Yeah, well, you know, you're a piece of shit, so you're lucky I'm even letting you live. I could attack you. So, there's that. What else you got in here?
Hey, look at that. They got themselves a little manta pillar.
She doing like research on them and shit. Oh, that's the elevator, huh? I don't even think I saw that elevator there. Here's your weekly shipment. Please note that additional installments of protein cakes should I convince you and your colleagues to fill out a brief questionnaire regarding your eating patterns. She has your stuff delivered and shit. What you guys got?
You gonna shoot or what?
Wait, you'll see how a Spacer's Choice cadet takes care of,
I think it's jammed. Wow. Impressive.
The only thing about this is that it's not actually like Fallout. Like in Fallout, if I was to kill that dude right there, you would actually get his armor. There's like a 50% chance he might actually drop that. Is it like Fallout where you could actually like... Nah, don't even think about it. You can't even like look at their shit. You gotta actually like pickpocket him. Not in the mood to just fight random people. Unreliable. What else is alright here? Alright.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Go to Olympus. See about that guy that's living there.
Captain, an unknown vessel is approaching our ship. Their intentions are currently indeterminate. Once I deduce their intentions, I will play one of two audio signals. A cheerful fanfare if they are friendly, alarms if they are hostile. Their intentions are no longer unknown.
Status report.
The unknown vessel has deployed a boarding mechanism. They will attach themselves to our airlock and attempt boarding shortly. That sound indicates that a boarding mechanism has successfully attached to our airlock. Captain, I am pleased to inform you that we are currently in the process of being boarded.
You're not supposed to be pleased to tell me we're being
I have
boarded.
been programmed to simulate joy and excitement at the opportunity to test my limited defensive capabilities. Captain Hawthorne installed a lethal shock trap on our airlock in the event of an invasion. I am prepared to deploy this trap at a moment's notice.
Our airlock has a death trap installed? Ada, you need to tell me these things.
I understand. Allow me to rectify my oversight. Captain, please be informed that our airlock has a death trap installed. The invading ship appears to be a decommissioned storage vessel. The crew are either pirates or freelancers. My opinion of their competence is low.
How do they find us?
Their ship is using a tracking device too sophisticated for their primitive astrogator. I conclude they are receiving outside assistance. If you prefer to make an escape, I can disable their boarding mechanism. However, as long as that tracking device remains on board their ship, they will be able to find us again.
Tracking device remains on board their ship, they will be... You can get us out of here,
Yes,
how?
Captain. I am capable of deploying the Unreliable's articulated thrusters to dislodge their ship from our own. This is a temporary solution, however. A permanent solution may require your personal intervention.
I'll go deal with them myself.
Understood, Captain. I will be deploying the Unreliable's lethal deterrence system. Please approach the airlock and enjoy the show. Now initiated. Warm welcome protocol. Warm welcome protocol successfully deployed. Have a safe...
Transition. These fools are all just waiting right here.
I thought we were safe in the Aether. Oh, law, I'm gonna have nightmares about this for weeks.
Got my head in the game, boss. Maybe we can talk when we're done here?
You guys were really gonna try to attack us, bro. Y'all really thought. Y'all really thought, huh? I like how there's no grenades in this fucking game, dude.
Take him down! I am a troll! Been practicing this! Out! Right, Captain! And we're alive.
Felix would have loved this shit. These motherfuckers got crispy. What's up there? What do you think you're doing? Whatever I want, dog.
You're free to go. You know, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping you'd play by the rules. We could have had a good old-fashioned boarding. Now you're barging into my office, muddying tracks all over my floor. A little respect for the ship. Is that too much to ask?
You met me? I've never respected anybody's personal space.
I haven't met you, Alex Hawthorne, but I know a thing or two about you. You're adjutant to Condé's hired gun. I don't know why you've taken an interest in Gorgon, and frankly, I don't want to know. You and I are in a bit of a situation. I don't get paid unless you're dead, and a man's got to make a living. You understand?
Don't worry about the money right now. I'm your biggest problem, motherfucker.
All right, easy. You made your point. I know when I'm outgunned. I'm guessing you haven't killed me yet because you want to talk things over, right? I can drop the tossball act and we can have ourselves a conversation.
Somebody hired you to cross me off. I want you to break your contract.
You know I can't just back out of a job. I've got a reputation to think about.
Lie. Who sent you after my ship? What do you want?
My team and I were contracted to apprehend the Unreliable, eliminate its crew, and dispose of the captain. I couldn't tell you who hired me even if I wanted to. The contract's anonymous. No names, no faces, just money and a target. I can't turn down a job like that. You understand.
Huh. I asked because I'm a recruiter. Groundbreaker's putting a tossball team together.
You're a recruiter? Good law, why didn't you lead with that? If you're willing to recommend me to Groundbreaker, I'm willing to forget I ever had a contract on you. What do you say?
I say you owe me a finder's fee with interest.
Right, of course. Finder's fee. League regulations and all. Let me just see what I got in my pockets. I appreciate you putting in a good word for me. You don't know how long I've been wanting to play professional tossball again. I'll keep my ship clear of yours. You and I will never cross orbits again.
Better hold to that.
I got no reason to come after you. Use my credentials to get inside the cockpit and take our tracking device. Our astrogation terminal was tracking your ship. Don't ask me how. Never had much luck with computing devices myself.
What are you going to tell your employer?
The truth. We never caught up to the Unreliable. You vanished somewhere into the void. Astrogator never picked up your location again.
So I like to hear, motherfucker. Messages from Air. The target is unrun, a small and consensual ship with no significant defense, freelancer owned and operator. Captained by a 2-bit smuggler who goes by Alex Hawthorne. Intercept the Unreliable, eliminate Hawthorne, my crew in your way. Send you in advance along with a tracking device for your astrogator. From office to the freelancers, it's currently experiencing a period of growth and change. That'd be a message. Notice of this. Please be informed that the following service amenities: the Firefly freeboarders. These fools are the Fireflies. Yo, that shit reminds me of the Fireflies from I'll let you keep your cards, bro, since you gave me your cards already. You know, finder's fee and all. How about we close this up real quick? Cause I'm gonna take this shit right now.
You make it look so easy.
Let's go this way, right? Stairs are this way. I was just gonna jump down. Light machine gun. Oh, this shit is closed. Tracking devices. Unreliable dog, none. Unlicensed. Remove tracking device. Open last entry.
I must say that there's been nary a dull moment since signing on with this crew.
We're on defense.
Welcome back, Captain. I understand you have resolved your differences with our former boarding party. Are you ready to depart?
Let's get going.
Understood, Captain. Resuming our course. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? I'll be here.
Could have killed the dude, but you know, whatever.
Someone from Monarch recently delivered a lifetime supply of Borstwurst. It would appear you've made friends.
Hey, Cap. Sure.
Why do you care so much about the origins of the Marauders?
Marauders at the door. Anderson's bled out. I'm on my way. Rebecca's last words. I don't know that they would have made it back to us if Marauders hadn't cornered them. But I do know she died afraid of being eaten alive by monsters that look like men.
I remember. They're all over Monarch too.
They're a walking plague. And what's worse is, they were people once. Every one of them survived the process of their brain atrophying. They had memories and worries and loves, and in the end it all turned to mush. That's the slowest death there is. The kind you don't really die from.
Are you afraid of the same thing happening to you?
Terrified, Captain. Or I used to be. We never knew where it came from. Now I know the truth, and I don't know that it's better. Some folks back home thought it was a disease you could catch. If you get bitten, you better amputate. Turns out they're just a fucked up experiment the board unleashed on the colony.
How are you feeling about the job?
Torn up. Part of me wishes we'd never taken it. The rest is glad we've got the chance to right a few wrongs. Hey, Cap.
So no. But yeah, man. I want to let those people live. Almost. Those people. I say that, but I literally like obliterated the whole fucking crew, dude. Still. But I let the captain live just because he might be the captain of the Firefly. Let this be a lesson. Don't attack me, bro. It's not gonna end well for you. I think that's it. Probably take Ellie with me. Body this time, maybe. I've been wanting to take Sam out, but it's just let's just take out Sam. Pharmaceutical station. Oh Jesus.
Body bag dispenser empty. Please replace Sacriel before disposing of any corpses. Dust accumulation analysis. 2.5 years.
Jesus.
Thank you, customer. Sam, merciless on...
Ooh, what'd you find?
Nothing special. Some pasta. It's an interconsole.
Okay.
$105. What the fuck am I shit at now? Some fucking bastards. LC sounds big ass.
Dirt alert! Dirt alert!
It still works though.
One order of frickin' fan coming up. Resuming passive mode.
They still work. What the fuck was that?
Whether you're going up or down the career ladder, SAM units polish your path forward.
Oh wow, it's right here, bro. Really.
They can't keep us out.
The hell is up there? Honestly. Yeah, the sound doesn't really provide a lot of interesting dialogue. That's all I'll fucking bring his ass with me a lot. Subject, blast and lethal. Outgoing messages. Tossball card.
Gun quiet.
Sit your ass down, boy.
Here we go. Anyone else? Someone else will clean this up, right?
No, that won't do it all. Imbecile. One team is a tragedy, two teams is a blunder. Shush. No talking. Concentrating. Damn it. I almost had it. The formula was in my mind and I almost had it. I was so close to a breakthrough, I could practically taste it. You really did pick the worst time to manifest.
What formula are you talking about?
Sky High, my magnum opus of psychostimulants. I feel like I've already explained this to the last hallucination. Oh, hang on. I see what's happening. You're real. Ergo, not a hallucination. This is interesting. I have several questions for you. Let's start with the obvious. Who are you, and how are you even alive?
Alright, when I figure that out, I'll tell you. So I ask you the same thing. What happened
All
here?
sorts of things. Science, mainly. A little bit of research. If you're talking about all the dead bodies, that'd be the Pink Slip Protocol. Right. That answers that. Next question.
Do you come bearing
Do
fresh?
you come bearing fresh pharmaceuticals?
Warning. Air filter replacement needed.
Look, we all know you're here to interrogate me. If I'm going to go through this ordeal, I'm not doing it sober.
Charm. Offer him something. Only the freshest for my friends.
New friends mean new birthdays to keep track of. And I can't spare much room in my mind palace for frivolous trinkets of information. But in this case, I'll make an exception.
Interesting device you got there. What are you taking?
You mean my inhaler? It's designed to deliver a highly concentrated dose of Sky High right through my respiratory system. The formula's still a work in progress. Clears my mind for a few precious moments. The rowdy tenants of my mind palace stop their chattering, and in that silence, I experience clarity. Inspiration through inhalation. That's Sky High. Or it will be, once I perfect my formula.
You could use some inspiration, dog. Relax. Take an inhale.
Doctor's orders.
Would you like this unit to play relaxing music while cleaning? If so, say, Sam, play soothing jazz. Now.
Who's he, what's he now? Take an inhale? Yes, yes. An excellent suggestion. Much better. My mind is clear. So are my sinuses, in fact.
I need you to tell me what's going on.
Auntie Cleo instituted the Pink Slip Protocol. Fancy marketing term that translates to, we're not satisfied with the quality of your work, so we're revoking your lifetime contracts. Can you believe Auntie terminated my entire team? It's a terrible setback. For my team, I mean, not for me. Not this time. I'll continue the work on my own if need be.
What work would that be?
I'm, working on the task that I was hired to perform. I'm fulfilling my contractual obligations. Auntie Cleo wants us to develop Anthracillin Plus, a new and improved version of the original Anthracillin formula. And what Auntie wants, Auntie gets. Eventually. I was making considerable progress. I can't possibly fathom why they prematurely terminated the project.
Too bad that's not what Dr. Mora thought.
Oh, all right. There's no point playing coy, is there? Auntie needs to be patient. I'll eventually get around to developing Anthracillin Plus. My priority right now is Sky High. Once I perfect my formula, I'll be able to keep my mind functioning at peak performance without any pesky distractions. Like feelings.
You said this was the second time you lost a full research team?
Auntie had been threatening to instigate Pink Slip Protocol for months. Though I honestly didn't think they'd have the stones to do it. I was on the verge of giving Auntie the results she wanted. Well, almost on the verge. Approaching the verge. The point is, I didn't think this would happen.
I'm listening.
Before I was traded, I worked on Project Gorgon. I lost that team by attrition. Management turned the screw on my team. Forced me to fire 1 in 10 researchers. The few of us that remained were overworked and exhausted. We didn't have much of a security detail. I don't know how the primals got loose, but my team didn't stand a chance.
I know. Lawrence Goodfellow gave the order to downsize your team.
You've done your research. Yes. The unfortunately named Mr. Goodfellow decided his ego was more important than our research. We were designing a drug the likes of which Halcyon had never seen. A veritable panacea that cured lethargy and guaranteed a lifetime of productivity. I was overwhelmed, overworked, frustrated. Forced to submit unfinished samples, failing to meet impossible deadlines.
You were obviously under a lot of pressure.
I started self-medicating. To enable my genius to perform at a greater capacity. To forget. To endure. to feel nothing. Project Gorgon was in its final days when the Primals attacked our lab. It wasn't long until Spacer's Choice authorized my transfer to this facility.
Human Inquiry was testing adrenotime of people. Why did you need primals in your lab?
Human Inquiry was supposed to be responsible for testing adrenotime. Under normal circumstances, the chem lab wouldn't have had to perform live tests. But creative incubation pressured my team with impossible deadlines. The prototypes we delivered to Dr. Blakesley at Human Inquiry were poor because we were rushed. I had to begin experimenting on my own. I had to perform my own tests, so I used primals. They're not the best choice for test subjects, but I was working for Spacer's Choice.
I was seriously reckless, man.
Whoever reached greatness by coloring within the lines. And besides, my lines often move around on the page. My point is, I was doing my job. I was doing science. I will continue to do so until my mind or my body expires.
You're traded to Auntie Cleo. Does that sort of thing happen all the time?
Not at all. Such an event is incredibly rare. Few workers understand the truth of their value to society. Me? I'm worth 5 measly lab coats.
Maybe when you're not high.
Especially when I'm high.
What exactly does Auntie Cleo have you working on?
Auntie Cleo wants us to develop Anthracillin Plus, a new and improved version of the original Anthracillin formula. And what Auntie wants, Auntie gets. Eventually. I was making considerable progress. I can't possibly fathom why they prematurely terminated the project.
So stupid. You're standing in a sea of corpse and you're worried about your work?
Who is to worry about it if not myself? The myriad of murdered colleagues you so helpfully pointed out? As if I could forget them. As if I could forget that it was my fault. It's always my fault. Every mistake, every slip. I haven't slept in days. There's work to be done. Important work. I'll get around to developing Anthracillin Plus after I finish working on Sky High. Once I perfect my formula, I'll be able to keep my mind functioning at peak performance without any pesky distractions. Like feelings.
God, dude. I need to get inside chem lab at Gorgon.
You don't. There's nothing interesting in the chem lab. There's nothing interesting in Gorgon at all. Gorgon is a featureless rock dragged along by the gravitational current of a barren asteroid belt. The chem lab is a graveyard. You won't find anything there but the dead.
Sounds familiar. Somebody's been warning me to stay off Gorgon.
Well, it wasn't me. I've been stuck in this place for ages. In any case, it's becoming obvious you're not listening to sensible warnings. If you've set your heart on exploring my old labs, I won't try to dissuade you. Indulge me with a favor, and I'll give you the access you want. The electromechanical turbine is offline. Without any power, I can't possibly continue my work. Be a dear and reactivate it for me. That's all I ask.
Colleagues are dead, Jasper. Don't you think it's time to quit?
Not that it's any of your business, but I don't get to quit. My colleagues are dead, and yet I live. So I don't get to quit. Take the elevator to the storm platform at the top of this facility. Reactivate the turbine, and I'll give you the access you want.
Hold on, I got more questions.
Of course you do. Well then, let's hear them.
The draft message on your office terminal all about.
Did you snoop through my things? And just admit it to me. You do have gall, I'll give you that. Look, I keep a draft on my terminal where I vent my occasional frustrations with upper management. It's honestly one of my less detrimental coping methods, as I am not stupid enough to fill out the name in the address field.
Wanting to talk about
one thing at a time, my chatty accomplice. Turbine repairs first, interviews later.
Jesus. Shit's going fast as fuck now.
processor is suffering an electrical overload. Clean cycle set to industrial stain.
My kind of not bad, huh?
Required work adjacent unit.
On your right, customer. Arriving soon.
Sam, watch a pro at work. That was fun.
Okay, shut up, okay. So they just fucking terminated everyone?
This is resistant to cleaning efforts.
Sure.
Customer, to your right. Rain tool for the job. Pick up all spilled crew members. Good news,
Heading back.
customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized. Commencing cleaning cycle.
Here we go. Sorry, Captain.
Error. Request invalid.
Dude, really? We gotta really kill everyone right now. I can't even go through here. We gotta like go all the way around.
Oh, take your best shot, asshole.
Object is soon to be speckless.
Not bad, huh?
Why is that all this shit all the way in the fucking back? Could have probably avoided everything. I just went directly down this shit. But it's like, who the fuck knows shit like that? Unless you have like the freaking like the guide, you're not gonna know, bro. I tried to convince old boy that this shit, he didn't have to fucking do this shit no more, but motherfucker was still trying to do this shit, bro.
The facility's back on the grid, and my pipes again floweth with the sweet, sweet essence of my salvation. I suppose I have
Jasper,
you to thank for realigning the machine. Of course, Jasper, you imbecile.
Jasper, I'd like to ask you to concentrate.
Right, yes, of course. You'll need my voice to get into the chem lab. I'm obviously not coming with you, so I'm giving you a recording of my dulcet speech. This recording should get you into the chem lab. I hope whatever you're after is worth the trauma. I wouldn't go back there if I was higher than the mercury levels in a can of salt tuna. Wait, take my gun while you're at it. If you end up dying on Gorgon, there's a non-zero chance I'll feel partially responsible. Neither of us want that.
I need some help with the camera. I know you know the place better than anyone.
Die, perhaps? Automechanical sentries are generally programmed to ignore corpses. I don't like the idea of going back to that place. To that life. Yes, I know it's not me risking my throat gallivanting around Gorgon. It's you, for whatever madcap reasons you've got. I've helped you once, and I don't feel great about it. I made a clean break from Gorgon, and now it feels like you're asking me to tether myself back to that place.
You know that increment later on your terminal? Be ashamed if someone sent it.
I knew I should have deleted those letters. Of all the hull-headed things I've done while inebriated, writing subversive messages to my old manager's ranks somewhere in the middle. Here, my personal security keycard. There's a hallway near the processing room. It leads to a security terminal. Use this keycard to unlock the hallway and disable security.
Alright, sounds good, motherfucker. What the fuck
Auntie,
are you
have
doing?
mercy! How'd you get in here? Are you from outside? How is that even possible? Lord, help me! I must be losing my wits.
Oh, hey, take it easy. I saw what happened out there.
I didn't have any friends here, but that don't mean I wanted to see heartless automechanicals rip everyone to shreds. I know it sounds crazy, but a little while back, I'd been gearing myself up to take a long walk off a short turbine platform. Then the security mechanicals broke out into a massacre, and I realized I really want to live. How can I help you help me get out of here?
What's the purpose of what are you making?
I'm not making anything. The research team, they were brewing up some improvement to Anti-Cleo's anthracillin. Science stuff isn't really my area, though, so I don't know more than that.
What do you mean about taking a walk off a turbine?
Just a feeling I got. Every day was the same as every other day. I felt like I was stuck in a circle, you know? Started imagining what it'd be like to break that circle. Station goes in a circle around the planet, so what if I just dropped off the edge? But after what I've seen, after what happened, I don't want that anymore. I want to live.
Why is everyone dead?
Pink slip protocol.
The company decided to terminate the team. Why?
How should I know? I just monitor the front desk. Well, except for the last couple of days when I've been hiding out in here. If you work at Oops, you're doing research and development. If we're not researching or developing fast enough, the protocol's there to put the fear in us. Somebody messed up. When one of us makes a mistake, the whole facility pays for it. I know it sounds harsh, but it was in our contracts and everything.
Hold on, this place is called Oops?
Yep. Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Station. Auntie Cleo's naming and branding department's the best in Halcyon.
Who are you?
I'm Kelly Marine, the receptionist. And before you ask, I wasn't manning the visitor's desk when the mechanicals went haywire, 'cause no one comes here. Not ever. Not since all us station workers were dropped off at the start of the project a year ago.
Why are you working as a receptionist and no one ever comes here?
You're an odd one, aren't you? No respectable company operates without a receptionist. Project's on a yearly rotation cycle. Once a year, Auntie Cleo reviews our work and decides if we get more rations, personnel, deadlines, that sort of thing. At first, I thought it was an honor, getting assigned to a lab up in the ether high above Olympus. But I didn't know what it'd be like, day in and day out.
How did you not lose your mind?
I ask myself that question a lot, and then I realize I'm talking to myself. Cabin fever sets in at about 90 days. Auntie Cleo's official term is contagious irritable claustrophobia, and it ain't covered by the company's medical policy.
Nothing to do about
Nothing
it?
good if the last year's taught me anything. Isolation like this is supposed to strengthen bonds between workers, isn't it? All I ended up as was the butt of a bunch of jokes. But enough about me. I never did ask why you were here.
I have some business with Dr. Lowe.
Doc Lowe's alive? That's a relief. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Hey, not to sound presumptuous, but this is an orbital lab floating in the ether thousands of miles above the surface of Olympus. Which means you've got a ship, where it's safe, and where there's probably a lavatory?
What are you getting at?
Oh, I'm not getting at anything. I'm getting away from, all this mess. Drop me off on the groundbreaker and I'll be out of your hair in no time.
Wait, I have questions. I got a ship me.
Do I ever?
Okay.
Drop me off on the groundbreaker and I'll be out of your hair in no time.
Not so fast. I charge for
And
transport.
you want me to pay it in advance? Fair enough. But I swear, this is all I have.
Alright, go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll just hide in a crate or something. You won't even know I was there. Here, this is my official laboratory headgear. I won't be needing it anymore, so it's all yours.
Don't make me regret this. Poor girl. She was like, gonna kill herself. I'm over here charging like, yo, I don't charge. Transport ain't free. Gas ain't free, girl. She's just been down here this whole time and shit. Where's she been shitting at? Damn, was I able to talk to her this whole time through that shit? I didn't even like try. That's funny. No visitors. Still no visitors. Turns out I no longer need to feel safe what I need to feel alive outside. Many. Trigger on site inspection. It was like how it'd be easy simply. Jesus Christ. Alright, mi gente. Well, that concludes the end of this walkthrough of Outer Worlds with your boy Mugen, man, the space cowboy. We then concluded right outside of the Oops facility from Anti-Cleo's, the Olympus Orbital Pharmaceutical Company or whatever the hell, man. This game is something else, I'll tell you that. So when we pick off next time, yo, look at my little dog too, Anubis that I got. Yeah, I got to keep him. That's pretty cool. But like I was saying, yeah, when we continue this story next time, we're gonna leave freaking, what is this? Freaking like a Jupiter, Saturn type of planet and shit. It's like a gas planet. Olympus, right? We're gonna go back to Gorgon, try to finish up that mission and quest. Probably go, maybe we won't stop by the groundbreaker just yet. Let's just keep that receptionist Kelly with us to see how that goes. This video is actually gonna be pretty long, man. By the time I'm finished recording this, it's hit the 2 hour mark. Edit this video down, see how short I could make this video. There's a couple things that I was doing, I kind of walked away, so let's see, I could probably make this playthrough a little shorter this time. But yeah, man, this is probably the most I've talked on an outro. It's your boy Mugen saying peace, man, and we out till next time.